Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the romanticized images of the antebellum America. We're going to uncover the hidden histories of the plantation. These are stories of control, defiance, and a human spirit that just refused to be broken. So let's just dive right in. When we think of the grand plantations of the American South, we might picture one thing. But they weren't just agricultural centers. Not at all. They were entire worlds, built on secrets and hidden truths. So what exactly were those secrets?
You've really got these two completely different pictures of what a plantation was. On one side, you have that romanticized myth, right? Elegant estates, order, all of that. But the hidden reality? It was something else entirely. It was a world governed by fear, where every single moment of an enslaved person's life was watched.
Okay, so how did this system of control actually work? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was a daily process, really, designed to strip away the very essence of what it means to be human.
For the enslaved, life was just this endless cycle of unimaginable, back-breaking work. From sunup to sundown, in the blazing heat or the pouring rain. Food was barely enough to survive, clothing was often just rags, and real rest, that was a rare luxury. And even the tiniest mistake could be met with immediate, brutal punishment. The threat was always there.
And this control, it went so much deeper than just labor. It was total. Every move, every word, pretty much every breath was being monitored. That kind of constant surveillance, that was a really powerful tool for psychological domination.
This control even reached directly into people's minds. Think about this. Learning to read or write was a forbidden act. An act that would be met with severe consequences. Keeping people in a state of ignorance was a cornerstone of the whole system of oppression.
So what you end up with is this constant, heavy, psychological weight. Fear wasn't just about avoiding a beating. No, it was a system designed to make sure that even a small moment of joy, of connection, could be shattered in an instant by the ever-present threat of violence.
But, and this is so important, against this backdrop of total oppression, something remarkable, something profoundly human managed to endure. And that was the spirit of resistance. Which really makes you wonder, right? In a world that's literally designed to crush you, could there possibly be any hope? When every part of your life is controlled, where do you even find the will to fight back? Well, the answer is a powerful, resounding yes. Even in the absolute darkest of times, courage found a way to survive. Now, this resistance, it wasn't always loud. It wasn't always some big overt rebellion. A lot of the time, it happened in secret. We're talking about small acts that were actually huge acts of defiance. Maybe slowing down the pace of work, or a tool accidentally breaking, or learning to read in secret. Every single one of these acts was a massive risk, a gamble for just a tiny sliver of reclaimed humanity. And each one was a powerful symbol of hope.
But what happened when someone was caught? As you can imagine, defiance, no matter how small it seemed, came with an absolutely enormous price.
So these brave attempts to reclaim some piece of humanity, these secret acts of rebellion, they were never, ever ignored.
Instead, the response was designed to be swift, to be cruel, and to be public. The whole point was to make an example of someone, to crush not just one person's spirit, but to try and crush the hope of the entire community. And these punishments were really systematic. You can think of it as a two-pronged attack. You had the physical methods, beatings, torture, designed to inflict pain on one person. But then you had the psychological methods, things like public humiliation, cruel games. And those were for everyone else. They were designed to instill a deep community-wide fear. And this really gets to the heart of why these histories are so vital. They aren't just stories of suffering. They are a stark, chilling look at what can happen when absolute power is left completely unchecked. It reveals some of the darkest capabilities of human nature. Okay, so why does talking about this dark history matter so much to us now? What can we really learn from bringing these stories out of the shadows? Well, the thing is, the fundamental issues from that era, they continue to echo today. Take the theme of unchecked authority. It's a powerful reminder of why things like accountability, justice, and basic human rights are so absolutely critical in any society. So when you boil it all down, what we learn from these stories is this powerful duality. On one hand, we see the terrifying potential of unchecked power and control. But on the other, we also get to witness the incredible, unbelievable resilience of the human spirit and the timeless, uncrushable value of hope and freedom.
So, we'll leave you with this question to think about. Because confronting the darkest parts of our history, it's not about getting stuck in the past. It's about understanding ourselves today. And that is a journey that really should never, ever end.